On the African savanna, every creature believes speed is everything. But the most dangerous predator is the one willing to wait the longest. Concealed deep within the acacia canopy, a solitary creature lies utterly motionless. Not a muscle twitches, not a single breath betrays her presence. The leopard, 130 pounds of lean muscle, sculpted by 40 million years of evolution for a single purpose: patience. While every other predator relies on speed, the leopard stakes everything on time. It can lie motionless for hours, waiting for one perfect moment. And when that moment arrives, it is over in an instant. The leopard's shoulder blades are not rigidly fused to the collarbone like most mammals. Instead, they float freely within layers of muscle, a structure known as synsarcosis. This grants the forelimbs a staggering range of motion, turning every leap into a silent, lethal explosion of force. After bringing down its prey, the leopard does what no other big cat can. It hauls a carcass 3 times its own body weight up a tree trunk 30 feet high. That is not brute strength. That is technique, leverage. Millions of years of evolution compressed into every fiber of muscle. High on the branch, the meal is safe from hyenas, from lions, from any rival that would steal it. Patience rewarded. But the leopard is vanishing. The International Union for Conservation of Nature lists them as vulnerable. Habitat is shrinking. Conflict with humans is rising. The most patient hunter on the savanna is losing the one race that matters most, the race for survival. Welcome to Nature's Moments, where we explore the greatest mysteries of the natural world. Yet, the leopard holds no monopoly on the art of concealment. Other creatures too have mastered this vital skill. with fangs, with cunning, with strategies that speed alone could never buy. Among the leopard's preferred prey, one name stands out: the African warthog. Clumsy in appearance, short and stocky, a face only a mother could love. But appearances deceive. The warthog is one of the savanna's finest survivors. It endures in deserts and open woodlands alike, eating whatever the ground provides: roots, tubers, grasses, even insect remains. A warthog can run at 30 miles per hour, fast enough to make most predators reconsider. And where they run is not open ground. It is a tunnel. Warthogs commandeer the burrows of aardvark's underground fortresses. They never spent a drop of sweat building. When a predator closes in, they reverse into the whole head, facing outward. The upper tusks curve backward, used for digging and defense. The lower tusks are shorter, but these are the true weapons. Each time the jaws open, the lower pair grinds against the upper, honing themselves like a blade on a whetstone. A warthog's knees are covered in thick calluses, the evidence of thousands of hours spent kneeling to dig and forage. Not elegant, not graceful, but effective. Each warthog group typically consists of a mother and her young. Adult males live alone, appearing only during the breeding season. On the savanna, solitude is sometimes the smartest survival strategy. But a solitary life is not the only way. As the sun climbs, this sunlit realm is claimed by a boisterous yet disciplined legion, the baboons. The relationship between leopard and baboon is one of the savanna's strangest paradoxes. The question, who is the predator, has no fixed answer. By day, baboons dominate. Troops of hundreds move like a disciplined army. eyes scanning every direction, alarm calls echoing across the grassland. Their canine teeth measure 2 inches long, proportional to body size, larger than a lion's. A single adult male baboon can make a leopard think twice. An entire troop can send it running. They eat everything: grass, roots, scorpions, even meat when the opportunity arises. A rigid hierarchy governs the troop, and every individual knows its exact rank. The social hierarchy within a baboon troop is maintained through complex political alliances. A male seeking to climb the ranks must find allies, groom partners, and build trust, much like a political campaign. Mother baboons defend their infants with their lives. When a leopard strikes at the troop, the mothers charge first 2-inch canines, snapping at the air, screams reverberating through the valley. But when the sun sets, the balance shifts entirely. Baboons lack a tapetum lucidum, the reflective layer behind the retina that grants animals night vision. After dark, they are nearly blind. The leopard sees 6 times better than humans at night. Darkness is its kingdom. Baboons climb sheer cliff faces or the highest branches to sleep, the only way to survive until dawn. But sometimes, even that is not enough. The leopard turns those elevated refuges into traps. It climbs without a sound, closing in through absolute darkness. The victim never utters a cry. By day, an army. By night, prey. The line between hunter and hunted on the savanna is never fixed. As dawn dispels the night, high among the tall trees, another quiet war begins. One fought not with tooth and claw, but with vigilance, and absolute silence. The vervet monkey, small, quick, and in possession of one of the most sophisticated communication systems in the animal kingdom. Scientists call it referential signaling, a multi-code alarm system. Each type of predator triggers a distinct call, precise down to the last detail. When a leopard appears short, rapid alarm bursts ring out. The entire troop rockets into the trees. When an eagle's shadow sweeps across the sky, a different signal sounds. Every monkey drops flat to the ground, vanishing beneath the foliage. Three types of calls, three completely different responses. That precision has saved thousands of generations. More striking still, infant vervets are not born knowing the alarm system. They must learn it from their mothers, from the troop, from narrow escapes with death. Knowledge passes from generation to generation, like a living language. Vervets are omnivores, fruit, flowers, insects, bird eggs. They adapt to nearly every habitat, from open woodland to the fringes of cities. On a savanna that worships fangs and speed, the vervet proves a different truth sometimes. Information is worth more than strength. If these survival strategies fascinate you, share your thoughts in the comments below. But out on the vast grasslands, another power reigns not through darkness, not through intelligence, but through raw, overwhelming force. Lion, the only big cat on the planet that lives in groups. And a lion pride is not a family, it is an empire. Lionesses are the backbone of the pride. Leaner, faster, their short coats blending into dry grass. They are the primary hunters coordinating in seamless crescent formations, driving prey into kill zones. The lioness hunts through profound stillness. Pale golden fur dissolves into sun-bleached grass. The body presses flat against the earth, each step advancing as slow and sure as a rising tide. When the formation is set, a single short growl gives the command. Success rates double when lions hunt as a coordinated team. One misses, the next is already in position. That is not luck. That is tactics. A male lion weighs up to 400 pounds. Slower, bulkier, but that is the cost of carrying weaponry. The mane is not ornament. It is armor shielding the neck and vital blood vessels from a rival's fangs. A single male patrols a territory spanning up to 260 square miles. His roar registers at 114 decibels, as loud as a rock concert, and carries clearly for 5 miles. That is not simply a roar. It is a declaration of war and a warning, all at once. The average male lion holds his throne for just 2 to 3 years. Then a younger, stronger coalition arrives, and the battle for power begins. The loser is driven out, condemned to wander the grasslands alone. The lion's greatest strength does not lie in muscle, it lies in unity. They are the only big cats that live in a society, and that society is built on blood, loyalty, and sacrifice. On the grasslands, the lion still holds the power of life and death. And its primary prey, the wildebeest, has evolved in a way no one expected. A newborn wildebeest stands within 7 minutes. It runs within 2 hours. In a world where every second counts, that is the difference between life and death. An adult wildebeest runs at 50 miles per hour, but unlike the lion, it runs marathons, not sprints. The body is engineered for endurance, not explosion. And that is the lion's fatal weakness. A lion's heart is small relative to its body, less than 0.5% of total weight. That means it explodes to 50 miles per hour within a few strides, but cannot sustain it. If the chase stretches beyond a few hundred feet, the lion loses. That is why over 1 million wildebeest have survived for millions of years, not because they are stronger than lions, but because they last longer. Each year, the wildebeest herd migrates over 1,000 miles across the Serengeti and Masai Mara, the largest mammal migration on Earth. Thousands of calves are born along the way, rising to their feet and following the herd before predators can arrive. During calving season, 8,000 newborns enter the world each day on the Serengeti plains. Sheer numbers are the strategy when thousands of calves appear at once. Predators simply cannot consume them all. The majority survive through statistics, not strength. For this reason, lionesses do not chase, they ambush. A crescent formation, flanks spread wide, funneling prey toward the center. When the distance closes to under 100 feet, the decisive lunge. A lion's success rate is roughly 25%. 3 out of every 4 hunts end in failure. But on the savanna, persistence is the rule, not the exception. And when a lion does secure a meal, the thieves are never far behind. The feud between lions and spotted hyenas is one of the oldest confrontations on the African savanna. Spotted hyena society operates under a matriarchy. Females are larger, stronger, and hold absolute power. Males rank at the very bottom, lower even than the youngest female in the clan. The alpha female occupies the supreme position. Testosterone levels in the blood of female spotted hyenas run abnormally high, making them larger, more aggressive, and utterly dominant over the males. A hyena clan can number over 80 members. Their objective is straightforward: to seize every prize that lions have bled to earn. Spotted hyenas do not merely scavenge. They also hunt, and their success rate is impressively high. A spotted hyena's bite force reaches 1,100 psi, double the lion's 650 psi. Those jaws crush a buffalo's femur like a popsicle stick. The hyena's laugh, a sound humans associate with madness, is in truth a sophisticated communication signal. Each variation of the call carries a different message: submission, fear, or excitement before a meal. When the clan has sufficient numbers, even lionesses must yield, surrendering a fresh kill. But when a male lion appears, the tables turn. £400 of pure muscle, a majestic, thick mane. Coupled with a ground-shaking roar, this alone is enough to break the resolve of 30 spotted hyenas in a single heartbeat. Individual power, when it reaches a certain threshold, shatters every advantage of numbers. When the war between lions and hyenas erupts, it is not a dispute over a meal. It is a battle for control of the savanna, waged for millions of years with no end in sight. But not every prey animal chooses to flee. Some species plant their hooves, turn to face the charging predator, and fight back with devastating force. The African Cape buffalo, 900 pounds of dense muscle beneath a hide as tough as cured leather, crowned with great crescent-curved horns. A living tank on the open plain. When a pride sets its sights on buffalo, the chase dissolves into something else entirely. This is no pursuit, it is a head-on collision of raw power. The entire pride must work in concert to bring one down, and even the dominant male must descend from his throne to join the assault. Yet buffalo harbor a collective defense that catches lions entirely off guard, a behavior scientists call mobbing, and it changes everything. When a single member comes under attack, the entire herd wheels around, forms a shoulder-to-shoulder battle line, and charges headlong into the pride. They do not stampede in blind panic. They charge with deliberate intent, horns lowered, eyes locked, driving forward not to flee but to punish. Even lions must wait for the aging bull that drifts from the ranks, the calf that loses its mother, the fleeting window that nature itself provides. A mature bull's paired horn boss weighs up to 10 pounds. The fused shield of bone so dense that rifle rounds struggle to penetrate it. It is no wonder that 19th century hunters, men who feared very little, gave the buffalo a name once reserved for plague, Black Death. The African buffalo ranks among the Big Five, the continent's most dangerous species. They kill roughly 200 people each year, a toll that exceeds even the lions. But if the Cape buffalo is the savanna's armored tank, then the African elephant commands something far greater, an entire mobile fortress unto itself. At 13,200 pounds, it matches the weight of a double-decker bus. Its trunk houses over 40,000 muscle units, capable of uprooting a full-grown tree or plucking a single peanut from the dust. African elephants communicate through infrasound acoustic signals pitched so low that the human ear registers nothing, yet the messages carry for miles. These vibrations travel through the earth itself, sensed by the sensitive soles of elephant feet across vast distances. A herd is never truly apart. Lions dare target only the young, and even a calf, just a few years old already, weighs hundreds of pounds of solid bone and muscle. When the herd closes into a defensive ring with calves sheltered at the center, no predator alive can breach that living barricade. Should a lion press the attack, the entire herd retaliates as one, and no predator on this planet can withstand the crushing force of 13,200 pounds. The true sovereign of the savanna is not the strongest creature on the plain, but the one wise enough to know when to retreat. When an elder elephant dies, the herd pauses. They extend their trunks to touch the bones, standing motionless and silent for hours on end. Scientists call this mourning behavior compelling evidence of a conscious awareness of death, a trait that vanishingly few species on this planet are known to possess. And when the battle ends, when the fallen lies still upon the golden grass, a silent silhouette materializes against the sky. The white-backed vulture, unlovely, unhurried, and utterly indispensable, begins its slow, spiraling descent toward the remains on the plain below. It wields no fangs, no killing claws, no gift of speed. Yet without the vulture, the entire savanna ecosystem would collapse. They soar at 10,000 feet, riding thermals of heated air without expending a single calorie. Their sharp eyes detect carcasses from miles away. Vultures observe one another constantly across the open sky. The moment one individual begins to descend, hundreds of others converge on the same spot within minutes. This is not simple instinct. It is the most efficient aerial communication network in the natural world, functioning without a single audible call. Bald heads and bare necks are not signs of ugliness, they are precision engineering, shaped across millions of years for a singular purpose. No plumage means no bacteria clinging to skin when the bird plunges headfirst into rotting flesh. Industrial-grade hygiene, refined by evolution. A vulture's stomach acid registers a pH of 1 more corrosive than battery acid. That level of acidity destroys anthrax, cholera, and nearly every pathogen a carcass harbors. Far from the clamor of the grasslands, where the dust of battle has finally settled, a different principle begins to govern. This realm answers not to brute strength, nor to the cover of darkness, nor to the patient calculus of a cunning mind. Here, only one force decides who eats and who dies, the simplest, the purest, and the most merciless force of all, speed. And the first contender to emerge onto this stage is not the fastest creature on the savanna, but the most enduring. The African wild dog. Each individual wears a coat of mottled patterns as unique as a fingerprint. Among the savanna's predators, they rank neither as the fastest nor the strongest, yet their record speaks for itself. The wild dog stands as Africa's most efficient pursuit predator, boasting a verified kill rate that ranges between 60 and 85%. For comparison, lions succeed roughly 25% of the time. Leopards manage about 40%. The wild dog doubles, sometimes triples those figures. The secret lies in stamina. Wild dogs can sprint at 37 miles per hour, slower, notably, than a charging lion. But they sustain 31 miles per hour over a punishing 3 miles. No other predator on the savanna can match that combination of speed and distance. Their method carries a name that reveals its genius. Relay hunting, a seamless, coordinated rotation of runners, each fresher than the last. When the lead dog tires, the next surges forward without hesitation. No pause, no loss of pace, no mercy for the quarry. Throughout the chase, the pack communicates with rapid-fire vocalizations, sharp, staccato calls, coordinating direction, pace, and the precise moment to isolate the target. Yet the most compelling detail is not the hunt itself, but how the pack decides to launch one. Before every chase, the dogs gather and sneeze. Sneezing. Precisely, the phenomenon is known as sneeze voting, and the mechanism is every bit as unusual and effective as it sounds. A 2017 study in Proceedings of the Royal Society B confirmed it. Each sneeze functions as a ballot, at least 3 from subordinate members or just 1 from an alpha, and the pack moves out. Democracy in its most primal, undiluted form. No posturing, no debate. Just a tally of sneezes, and it functions with proven efficiency. After the kill, food is shared, but not with the alpha eating first. The young and the old are fed before anyone else. Pack members regurgitate partially digested meat for those that stayed behind to guard the den, the species' signature form of communal care. When a member is injured, the pack does not abandon it. They slow the pace, they wait, and they carry food back to the fallen. Loyalty here is not an abstract virtue. It is a calculated survival strategy, proven across millennia of evolution. Yet the African wild dog is vanishing from the plains at an alarming pace. Fewer than 6,600 individuals now survive in the wild. The IUCN has placed them on the endangered list, just one category removed from the brink of no return. Their greatest killer is not the lion or the hyena, it is rabies. The virus leaps from domestic dogs into wild packs, annihilating them one by one. A disease born of the human world is quietly erasing the most efficient predator the wilderness has ever produced. A single pack's territory can span several hundred square miles, a home range larger than that of any big cat of comparable body size. But that space is being carved into fragments by fences, highways, and expanding farmland at an accelerating rate. Each pack maintains a single alpha pair, one male, one female, with exclusive breeding rights over the entire group. Every other member serves the alpha's pups as devotedly as if they were its own. Individual sacrifice for the collective, the pack's supreme commandment. This boundless savanna is, beneath its golden beauty, an invisible courtroom where every creature stands perpetual trial. Each day, every living thing must lay its beating heart upon the scales and await a single, unyielding verdict from nature. How does one survive in a world where every other creature thirsts for the same fragile right to exist? To refuse death, the survival instinct must sharpen itself into a blade of cold, unflinching precision. Life learns to deceive the eye through perfect stillness, to seize its chance through suffocating patience in darkness, and to shield itself behind living walls of blood, bone, and collective fury. Yet no matter how deft the disguise or how disciplined the defense, violence crouches at every threshold, waiting for its moment to strike. When dominant powers collide with the fierce, unyielding will to live, even the mightiest rain must sometimes falter before the sheer force of desperate resistance. And when the ground trembles, the savanna is torn open by a mortal wager the moment living flesh shatters its own limits. Every last reserve of strength is wrung from the body, every fiber of muscle spent, all for the sake of one more breath. Terminal velocity hurled against boundless endurance, two opposing forces locked in a contest that allows no draw and grants no reprieve. The cold, coordinated discipline of the hunting pack clashing head-on against the most frantic, desperate escapes a terrified body can produce. All of it spiraling into a single vortex of red dust and heaving life, leaving only a cruel silence once the outcome has been sealed. Across this vast, sun-scorched arena, where dust and blood have mingled since the first dawn, absolutes are nothing more than a fiction. No hunting strategy is without its flaw, no defense without its gap, and no creature's dominance endures forever on these pitiless plains. Nature's throne does not honor the greatest strength, nor does it carve the name of the swiftest predator into stone. The right to draw the next breath belongs only to those who have learned to read the razor-thin line between survival and extinction. Knowing when to pour every last breath into a desperate sprint across the open ground, knowing when to stand tall and bare the fangs. And when the odds turn merciless and the night closes in, to simply dissolve into the darkness and disappear without a struggle, without a sound. Thank you for journeying with nature's moments. The natural world holds countless stories still waiting to be told. If you haven't subscribed yet, now is the perfect moment until the next adventure. And the story begins in Masai Mara, Kenya. The sun rises over a golden savanna, and a solitary lioness is writing her own legend. Her name is Kala. Across the endless grasslands of Masai Mara, where the wind carries the scent of damp earth and the ceaseless drone of insects, Kala walks alone. No pride, no territory, only four paws and instincts sharpened across millions of years of evolution. But Carla is not one to accept her fate. Along her wandering path, she encounters other lionesses equally alone, equally searching for a place to belong. With keen observation and a rare ability to forge connections, Carla persuades each young female to join her. From 3 to 5 to 7, a young pride takes shape on the open grasslands, and Carla, through experience and unwavering resolve, becomes their leader. For lions, a pride is far more than a reunion. It is a survival engine where every individual serves a purpose and the leader determines the fate of all. Under the afternoon sun, a gentle breeze stirs the grass into golden waves. The pride moves forward without a sound, every step calculated with absolute precision. The lionesses are the pride's primary hunters. They coordinate through eye contact and body language, no sound, no margin for error. Carla takes the center position, 2 lionesses flanking each side. This is the classic ambush formation, the deadliest on the savanna. In the distance, a herd of zebras graze peacefully. They have no idea that silent killers are closing in, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Crouched behind low scrub, 3 lionesses advance in silence. Golden eyes, cold and unblinking, track every movement of the zebra herd. The gap narrows to barely 100 paces, yet the zebras remain oblivious to the lethal threat right before them. Carla gives the signal. The moment arrives. She explodes forward at terrifying speed, leading the charge straight toward the target. A roar tears through the stillness and the zebras scatter in panic. In a few chaotic seconds, one zebra falls. Its legs thrash in the final moments before silence returns and the pride gathers to share the feast. The first kill is a success, but it is only the beginning. In the world of lions, hunt success rates hover around 25 to 30%. That means 3 out of every 4 attempts end in failure. For Kala, every failure is a lesson, and every success a firmer step toward mastery of these lands. A lion's roar can carry up to 5 miles, enough to announce to every creature within that radius that this land has a ruler. Yet on the African savanna, lions are not the only animals that command respect. Beneath a blazing red sunset, a massive dark shape moves slowly, nearly 2,000 pounds, hide as thick as armored plating, curved horns sweeping upward to form a warrior's helmet atop its skull. The African Cape buffalo, the savanna's most formidable giant. Despite their seemingly sluggish appearance, they are anything but clumsy. Dark eyes remain perpetually vigilant, missing nothing around them. In a world where predator and prey watch each other with every breath, that vigilance is the key that has kept them alive for millions of years. They live in herds, from a few dozen to several hundred individuals, forming an impenetrable mass bound together by a collective instinct for defense. Within the herd, unity is strength, yet the hunger for power is never absent. And that hunger ignites the fire of battle. Beneath a sky burning red with the dying light, two enormous bulls advance toward each other. Eyes ablaze, curved horns poised for an uncompromising confrontation. They collide. The crack of their horns rings like thunder, echoing across the plains. Each impact carries nearly 2,000 pounds of force behind it. The ground trembles. Red dust billows into the air. Both bulls stagger back, then charge again, neither willing to yield. These clashes are tests of both physical power and mental fortitude. The first to hesitate loses. When the red dust finally settles, a new life begins. After 11 months of gestation, a calf is born, weighing between 40 and 130 pounds. Its mother licks it clean immediately to stimulate blood circulation and imprint the scent of the herd. Thousands of miles from Masai Mara in the Luangwa Valley of Zambia, light filters through damp foliage onto the dense woodland floor. The ground bears the tracks of a predator. the tracks of a leopard. Makena emerges a fully grown female leopard, lean and cautious. Across her back, ink-black rosettes blend into shadow and undergrowth. A perfect camouflage. In the dense forests of Luangwa, Makena is nearly invisible. Makena is in the final weeks of her pregnancy. Inside her belly lies a new generation carrying both hope and peril. Two days without food. Instinct urges Makena to leave her den. She must eat, must survive, to have the strength to bring a new life into the world. She chooses a nearby stream where the gentle current draws wandering prey to drink. One swift, precise strike, a substantial meal for a momentous day. She returns to the den. Instinct tells Makena that today, a new generation will arrive. And then it happens. The cub is born tiny, wet and blind. Makena licks every strand of fur clean, pulling the cub close to her belly. Warmth spreads in the stillness, quiet as an underground spring. Outside, the forest hums with life. But here, in absolute stillness, a new existence has begun, pure and instinctual. A week passes. The cub begins to crawl around the den. Eyes still shut, legs still unsteady, yet curiosity drives each tiny first step. Makena never takes her eyes off her cub. She teaches it to read the wind, to hold its breath at unfamiliar sounds, to freeze when the forest shakes. Leopards in Luangwa possess a remarkable ability, hauling prey twice their body weight into the treetops. Up there, no scavenger can reach it. Yet that skill takes time to perfect. And Makena is about to learn her most costly lesson. A troop of baboons detect movement near the rocky crevice. Their shrieks ring out relentlessly, alerting the entire woodland. Danger is closing in. Without hesitation, Makena snatches her cub and abandons the den, seeking shelter beneath distant thickets. As the first morning light seeps through damp leaves, Makena is still there, exhausted, but with her cub safe and close. "3 days since giving birth. The maternal instinct keeps Makena at the den. But hunger begins to overpower the instinct to protect. She leaves at dawn, heading toward an open clearing half a mile from the den, where herds of impala often graze in the early dew. The wind is favorable. Makena moves on the tips of her toes. She becomes a killer once more. Makena strikes like lightning, clamping down on the impala's throat. It is over in seconds, clean, swift, not a drop of blood spilled. She drags her kill to the base of a large acacia and begins to climb. But this time Makena is careless. The carcass slips from her jaws, hitting the ground with a soft thud. Small, but enough to summon enemies from afar. A pack of African wild dogs follow the scent of blood. They arrive fast, numerous, and without a sound. From above, Makena watches the wild dogs squabble over the prey she has just lost. No anger, no regret. Only stillness, cold as a leopard's instinct. She returns to the den. Makena lies down. Her breathing steadies. Today is a defeat, but in the wild, every failure is a lesson. And that lesson will only make Makena stronger for tomorrow. Back to Masai Mara. The morning sun rises slowly, painting the grasslands gold and ushering in a new day. Under Kala's leadership, the pride does not merely survive, it expands its range. From a single patch of grass, they gradually control a vast expanse with abundant water and prey. Kala organizes forays with strategic precision, choosing the right moment and the right target, from small impala to strong zebras, even Cape buffalo. Through hundreds of sorties, their success rate steadily climbs. The pride is always well fed, and Kala's reputation echoes across the land. Yet, to achieve all this, Kala must face countless challenges, repelling rival prides, resisting coalitions of males, and holding the territory she has painstakingly built. On the vast savanna, as the sunset ignites the sky in fierce orange, the calm is suddenly shattered by the commanding roar of a strange male lion. He has not come to display his strength. He has come to seize these lands and claim the throne. Under Kala's leadership, the entire pride bravely confronts the invader. The battle is vicious. Every swipe, every roar tears through the blood-red twilight sky. In the end, the intruding male is defeated, forced to retreat, leaving behind the marks of his failure. After the victory, the pride rests beneath a great tree. Sunlight falls across Kala's battle-scarred coat, each scar a story of defiance. For a leading lioness defending territory and guiding the pride is never enough. There is a duty more sacred, still nurturing the next generation. One day, as dark clouds blanket the Masai Mara sky, Kala quietly slips away. She chooses a hidden hollow among acacia brush to welcome her first litter. Afterwards, Kala brings her cubs back to the pride. She begins teaching them the fundamentals: how to stalk, how to approach a target, how to identify threats, and how to guard their home. Dawn over Masai Mara. Kala, the uncrowned queen, continues to write her story of dominance across the endless savanna. Even so, the dominant can become the hunted. As the first rays of light touch the red dust plains, a herd of Cape buffalo grazes peacefully. The scene appears tranquil. But hidden in the brush beyond, a lone lion crouches in ambush. Cold, sharp eyes locked on a weak buffalo at the edge of the herd. The lion inches closer without a sound, but upon taking one more step, the entire herd wheels around simultaneously, as though an invisible signal has passed through every animal. They surround the lion and trample without mercy. Minutes later, the silence returns. The lion lies motionless beneath the red evening sky. The herd moves on, leaving behind a carcass and a warning. Here, the hunter can become the hunted. And anyone who underestimates the power of unity will pay with their life. As night falls, the buffalo herd stops beside a shallow waterhole. An old bull bellows, not a threat, but a declaration. Tonight, this land still belongs to them. In the darkness, vultures circle noiselessly, patiently waiting like specters between life and death. And yet, the most terrifying trial in all of Africa does not come from fangs or claws, it comes from a river. The sun scorches, the earth cracks, the grass withers to straw, water vanishes. The wildebeest herds are forced to march in search of new pastures and greener ground. They are not alone. Zebras, hundreds of thousands of gazelles, and countless other grazers join the exodus, creating the largest overland migration on Earth. The wildebeest, powerfully built in the chest, tapering at the hindquarters, heavy-headed, its tawny grey coat coated in dust. Distinctive curved horns sweep outward, then hook inward, like sickle blades, a weapon both sexes carry, but only mature bulls truly wield. After a long trek across parched, cracked savanna, the herd finally reaches the Mara River, its waters murky and violent. Beneath the surface lurk Africa's most silent predators. Nile crocodiles, up to 20 feet long, weighing over 2,200 pounds, encased in armored hide with jaws lined like razors. The herd masses at the riverbank. The lead animals halt, eyes tense, scanning the water, weighing the leap between life and death. But the crowd behind presses forward relentlessly. Pressure mounts on those at the front. And then, unable to delay any longer, one brave individual plunges into the water. That leap shatters the suffocating silence hanging over the herd. 1, 2, 3, then the entire herd surges into the water like an avalanche, unleashing furious chaos in the muddy current. A faint splash, a whirlpool. One animal dragged under, claimed by a crocodile. The water turns red. The lucky ones keep swimming toward the far bank, never looking back, pressing toward the light of survival. Roughly 250,000 individuals perish during each migration season from drowning, exhaustion, or predation. Research from Oxford University in 2025 reveals that the actual population may number only 600,000. That figure is far lower than the previously estimated 1.3 million, a grave concern for the future of this great migration. As the final survivors reach the opposite bank, the river returns to its original calm. Crocodiles sink to the riverbed, patiently awaiting the next hunt. Against a grey-blue sky, dark shapes appear circling without a wing beat. The vultures have arrived. They wheel overhead, sharp eyes scanning for any remains. And when they descend, the feast of carcasses begins. For the survivors, the struggle is far from over. Ahead lies green grass, but also the promise of another migration. There is no room for rest or celebration. They press onward, the road has no end. If you are captivated by these spectacular battles for survival, share your thoughts in the comments below. Yet the law of survival does not belong to Africa alone. On the far side of the Atlantic, in the deepest woodlands of the Americas, other phantoms are stirring. In the dense woodlands of North America, where sunlight seldom touches the ground, a silent predator stalks. The puma. It does not roar like the African lion, nor is it as aggressive as the grizzly. But the puma, also known as the mountain lion, is one of the most lethal hunters in the forest. A muscular frame, agile limbs, and an extraordinary leaping ability, more than 40 feet in a single strike. Vertically, they can spring up to 18 feet, a record among the great cats. With razor-sharp night vision and ultra-sensitive hearing, the puma can detect prey from the faintest sound alone. The puma hunts in total stillness, so complete that even the most watchful deer never senses a thing. Yellow eyes, cold and piercing, cut through the darkness. A fluid body dissolves into the canopy. In a blink, a lethal pounce brings the deer down before it can react. Spring arrives. Wildflowers burst across the mountainsides, spreading a vivid tapestry of color. A gentle fragrance rides the breeze, drawing early-season bees and butterflies. New grass pushes through the soil, painting the hillsides a fresh green. Elk herds, mountain goats, and hares leave their winter shelters to search for new grazing. Bald eagles and snowy owls return from the lowlands, heralding a new cycle of life. Beneath ancient pines, a female puma moves without a sound. Yet at the forest edge, another male waits. He has caught her scent and is ready to fight for the right to mate. After roughly 3 months of gestation, the female gives birth to 2 or 3 cubs. To feed them, the mother must leave the den and hunt. She advances quietly toward a stream, every footstep hidden in the dew-soaked grass. Near the stream bank, a stray bear cub wobbles along in a world far too large for it. The puma mother pauses. Her amber eyes flash cold. A lone bear cub, a rare opportunity. Then, suddenly, a roar shakes the entire woodland. The mother bear has returned from the deep woods. The puma retreats slowly, eyes never leaving the massive bear before her. The chase fails, but the real danger has only just begun. The mother bear pays the puma no more attention. All that matters now is that her cub is still alive. They continue pushing through the trees and across the stream, mother leading, cub following, step by step learning to survive in an unforgiving wilderness. Yet the puma is not the only predator in these woodlands. Another sound rolls through the valley, a howl piercing the night, lonesome yet commanding. The howl of the grey wolf. At Yellowstone, the iconic national park of the United States, grey wolves had been extinct for nearly 70 years. Humans exterminated them, one by one, until no howl echoed through the snowy valleys. In 1995, 14 grey wolves were reintroduced from Canada, and their return rewrote the history of the wild. Today, Yellowstone is home to roughly 90 to 120 wolves, divided into 8 to 12 packs. Grey wolves live in packs from 8 to 12 individuals functioning as a family. The alpha female leads, deciding the direction of travel and the timing of hunts. The alpha male defends the territory against rival packs. Each pack is a mobile fortress. The average territory of a Yellowstone wolf pack spans roughly 165 square miles. They defend every inch with their howls, binding the pack through the darkness, warning rivals that this land is claimed. However, at the very apex of North America's food chain, there stands a force that even wolves must yield to. The grizzly bear. When the salmon run begins, the streams become a banquet. Millions of sockeye salmon swim upstream from the ocean to the rivers of their birth to spawn and then to die. Grizzlies gather at the waterfalls, standing motionless as statues, legs half submerged, eyes locked on the rushing current. Then suddenly, one lunges forward, Massive jaws snap a leaping salmon clean out of the air. Precise, ruthless. It is the most spectacular sight in North America and the harshest test of reflexes that nature can devise. Weighing up to 850 pounds, standing 7 feet tall upright, with long, non-retractable claws, the grizzly is the purest embodiment of raw, natural power. Its signature feature is a large, muscular hump on the shoulders, a block of muscle built for digging, and a concave, dish-shaped face that distinguishes it from the smaller black bear. Before winter, grizzlies enter a phase known as hyperphagia, a period of ceaseless eating. They gain hundreds of pounds in just weeks to stockpile fat for the months-long hibernation that follows. When they emerge, they will have lost 30 to 40% of their body weight. Mother bears teach their cubs to fish beside the waterfalls. A newborn cub weighs roughly 1 pound, tiny, blind, and furless. Yet they grow tenfold in their first year thanks to their mother's milk and a calorie-dense diet. They stay with their mother for 2 to 3 years, mastering every skill needed to survive. Grizzly reproduction conceals an extraordinary secret. A fertilized egg does not develop immediately. It lies dormant in the mother's body for months. Only when the mother has stored sufficient fat reserves does the embryo begin to grow. Scientists call this delayed implantation, a mechanism nature has programmed to ensure that only the healthiest mothers bring cubs into the world. Mother bears defend their young with absolute ferocity against adult males who will not hesitate to kill cubs in order to force the female back into estrus. In the world of grizzlies, the maternal instinct is more dangerous than any fang or claw. The first snowflakes of winter begin to fall. The mother bear leads her cubs into the deep forest, her broad silhouette slowly vanishing behind the white-dusted trunks. Winter is coming, and the long sleep calls. From the savannas of Masai Mara, where Kala's roar still echoes, to the dense jungles of Luangwa, where Makena hides in shadow. From the blood-stained Mara River to Yellowstone, where wolf howls carry through snow-covered valleys, from the waterfalls where grizzlies stand motionless waiting for salmon, to the silent forests where the puma moves unseen. Two continents, 7 species, one immutable law. Adapt or vanish. African lions are declining sharply due to habitat loss. Grey wolves, once extinct, now recovering, yet their future remains uncertain. Grizzlies are confined to fragmented populations across the lower continent. Yet as long as the endless grasslands remain, as long as the rivers run, and as long as the deep woodlands stand, the story of the unbroken will never end. Nearly 2 million creatures converge on a muddy river. Not all of them will reach the other side. But those who do will continue to write their unbroken story. Thank you for joining Nature Moments. The natural world still holds countless stories waiting to be told. See you in the next episode. Across the sun-scorched plains of Africa, life evolves in a delicate equilibrium. And at the heart of this arduous struggle for survival, there is a powerful figure, the lioness, an emblem of tenacity, strategy, and teamwork. Unlike the males, who often play a role of protection and procreation, it is the females who are the core of the pride's hunting prowess. Each lioness possesses a body built for power and agility. Weighing around 265 pounds, they can reach speeds of up to 37 miles per hour. and coordinate their hunts through subtle, non-verbal cues. Typically, lionesses stay together for life, often as sisters, mothers, and grandmothers. This blood bond fortifies the trust and coordination essential for the hunt. The average lifespan of a lion in the wild is just 10 to 14 years, not long compared to other predators. Environmental pressures, territorial conflicts, injuries from the hunt, and competition from outsider males make survival a precarious venture. Yet, in this brief time, a lioness matures quickly, reaching her prime at around 6 years old, when her strength and experience are at their peak. What makes lionesses such supreme hunters is their ability to bring down prey many times their own size. Beyond antelope and warthogs, lions can take down zebra, wildebeest, and even young elephants if the conditions are right. They rely not just on size or strength, but on precise cooperation, a clear division of roles, and an incredible patience for the ambush. Today, the pride is targeting a herd of Cape buffalo, a formidable and dangerous prey, but one that offers a rich reward. A Cape buffalo weighs around 1,760 pounds, is armed with sharp, curved horns and a fearsome temperament, and is considered one of the most formidable adversaries on the plains. Yet, this is precisely what makes them the ultimate prize if the hunt succeeds. Hidden in the tall grass, downwind from the herd, 6 lionesses split into 2 groups. One group moves forward to distract the buffalo, while the other encircles them, aiming to isolate a weaker animal. The herd scatters in a storm of dust. The silent warriors of the savanna have claimed another victory, not through individual might, but through strategy, unity, and courage. In Africa, the lioness is a symbol of resilience and the art of survival. Through their collective hunts, they can fell prey many times their own weight and nourish an entire pride. Amid the harsh Kalahari Desert, where the heat and ever-present predators threaten every moment, a small society endures through its vigilance and cooperation, the meerkat. Weighing less than 2 pounds and measuring just 12 inches long, meerkats live in close-knit groups of up to several dozen individuals. Each member has a function, from digging for food to standing sentinel against danger. One stands erect, scanning the sky, while others search for scorpions, insects, and small lizards beneath the hot sand. They communicate with a diverse repertoire of calls, issuing different alarm signals for eagles, snakes, and jackals. When danger appears, the entire group freezes and vanishes underground. Meerkats are not only skilled defenders, they are also adept hunters. A young meerkat is hunting a scorpion. This is a technique learned from an early age. This wisdom is passed from one generation to the next, allowing them to survive in an unforgiving land. Across the sun-drenched plains of eastern and southern Africa, a silent figure glides through the short grass. It is not a lion, nor a hyena. It is the cheetah, armed with a weapon no other predator can match. Absolute speed. With its slender build, lightweight body, and an extraordinarily flexible spine, the cheetah can flex and launch itself like a spring, each movement propelling it forward. It has long forelimbs, powerful hind legs, and non-retractable claws that, like an athlete's spikes, increase its grip as it runs. Large nostrils, expansive lungs, a powerful heart, and a long tail that acts as a rudder help it maintain balance at top speed. Thanks to these adaptations, a cheetah can accelerate to over 62 miles per hour in just a few seconds. A marvel in the animal kingdom. However, these sprints quickly lead to exhaustion, leaving them vulnerable to having their kills stolen. While female cheetahs live a solitary existence, the males, particularly brothers from the same litter, form small coalitions of 2 to 4 individuals. It is a fundamental evolutionary strategy, improving territorial defense, increasing hunting efficiency, and providing mutual protection. In the wild, a solitary cheetah is successful in about 30% of its hunts. But with a coalition of males, that rate can double. Each one is not just a powerful individual, but a vital link in a machine of lethal precision. Speed is instinct, strategy is intelligence. The cheetah has combined both to become one of the most fearsome hunters on the African savanna. In the dense forests of Central Africa, chimpanzees, our closest living relatives, live in incredibly cohesive social groups with clear hierarchies and some of the most complex behaviors in nature. The chimpanzee diet consists mainly of fruits, young leaves, seeds, and insects. And they are known to use tools, such as sticks to fish for termites and stones to crack nuts, demonstrating a remarkable evolutionary intelligence. However, in recent decades, scientists have observed a notable shift. Chimpanzees have begun to hunt vertebrate prey, particularly red colobus monkeys. Meat is not only a valuable source of protein, but also a tool for forging social bonds. Males share meat with females, or their allies, to strengthen their position. From gentle fruit gatherers, chimpanzees have transformed into strategic hunters, using their intelligence and coordination to adapt to a fiercely competitive environment. The journey for survival takes us across the globe to a frozen land that governs all life. In the icy forests and snow-covered plains of North America, the gray wolf is a symbol of coordination, discipline, and resilience. They are not solitary or reckless creatures. They live by the strength of the pack. A full-grown wolf weighs from 77 to 132 pounds, with a muscular build. They can travel dozens of miles a day through forests, snow-covered hills, and frozen streams in search of prey. But what makes the grey wolf truly formidable is not its strength, but its cohesive social structure, which resembles a true family. Each pack has from 6 to over 15 individuals, led by an alpha pair. The other members assist in hunting, raising the young, and defending the territory. The enemy is not only the harsh wilderness, but also the scarcity of prey. So, instead of chasing small animals, grey wolves focus on larger game like moose, deer, and especially bison. Bison can weigh up to a ton and stand 3 times taller than a wolf, but by using intelligent encircling tactics, the pack can turn this giant into a feast for all. On a white morning with biting winds, a pack of grey wolves moves silently across the snow-covered plains. On the horizon, a herd of bison slowly crosses the prairie. The chosen prey is a young bison that has fallen behind the herd. The wolves do not attack immediately. They wait, and then the opportunity comes. Victory comes not from individual power, but from discipline, persistence, and perfect coordination. In a frozen world where every day is a test of survival, the grey wolf has turned teamwork into its greatest instinct. In the frigid oceans of the North Pacific and North Atlantic, amidst the white-capped waves and bottomless depths, Humpback whales emerge as silent giants. They can reach up to 50 feet in length and weigh over 33 tons, and are characterized by their long pectoral fins, like great arms sweeping through the water. Despite their colossal size, humpback whales are mostly solitary, gathering only during mating or migration seasons. However, when it comes to feeding, especially when they hunt schools of herring or krill, they will cooperate closely to execute one of the ocean's most spectacular strategies: bubble net feeding. This temporary cooperation shows that even solitary creatures know when they need an ally. And when they do, they act with absolute precision. Orcas are the apex predators of the ocean. Members of the dolphin family, they grow up to 30 feet long and weigh nearly 6.5 tons, and are renowned for their striking black and white coloration and extraordinary intelligence. They live in small groups called pods, typically consisting of mothers and their offspring. It is an incredibly cohesive matriarchal society. Thanks to complex communication skills, they hunt with high strategy and coordination. Their prey is diverse, from small fish and seals to large sharks and even whale calves. Orcas even teach their young how to hunt by simulating situations, something rarely seen outside the human sphere. Intelligent and highly organized, they are the true queens of the deep sea. When the rains flood the Amazon and the forest floor is submerged, the piranha, a notoriously predatory fish, enters a unique phase of hunting. Piranhas typically live in schools, possessing razor-sharp teeth, swift reflexes, and an extremely keen sense of smell. They feed mainly on small fish, carrion, and insects. In the vast, flooded world of the Amazon forest, the piranha is a predator that doesn't need to move, but rather lets its prey fall into its trap. On the sun-scorched grasslands of Africa, a land of magnificent names like lion, leopard, crocodile, and hyena. Few would suspect that an animal bearing a less than elegant name like the warthog is one of the savanna's fiercest warriors. Though neither as elegant nor as graceful as a cheetah, the warthog lives a long and comfortable life, thanks to its clever strategies and the natural weapons on its face, its tusks. At first glance, they might seem like a wilder version of a domestic pig. With a short, stocky body, thick, sparsely haired skin, and a face full of warts. But do not be deceived by their strange appearance. What stands out most are their long, upward-curving upper tusks, which, along with their sharp lower tusks, form a highly effective weapon. They charge with surprising speed, lowering their heads and striking powerfully with their tusks in a counterattack strong enough to injure predators. There are many cases where hyenas, leopards, and even lions have had to abandon the chase of such an unappealing but difficult opponent. Warthogs are not just strong, they are also highly strategic. They often use abandoned burrows, especially those made by aardvarks, as shelters. When they enter the burrow, they reverse in, pointing their tusks towards the entrance, creating an impregnable fortress. In their daily lives, warthogs eat grass, roots, and occasionally insects, living a simple but highly adapted existence. They run with their tails held erect like an antenna, giving them a quick and quirky appearance, but making them unpredictable and difficult for predators to hunt. The warthog may not win the savanna's beauty contest, but if there were a competition for resilient survival, it would surely be a top contender. In a world where beauty can sometimes be a trap, the warthog's ruggedness and tenacity are the keys to survival. There is one thing that few would suspect. The warthog, seemingly solitary and shy, has a close ally in the wild world: the mongoose. On the arid plains of Africa, when the heat is intense and parasites begin to multiply on a warthog's skin, there are no spas open for business. But not to worry, for there is a mobile grooming team. The banded mongoose appears, ready for service. Whenever the warthogs feel the need for some personal care, they lie on their bellies, stretch out their legs, and settle onto the ground. But it is actually a polite invitation. The mongooses scurry over, hop onto the warthog's back, and begin to remove ticks, mites, parasites, and dead skin cells. In return, they receive a hearty, easy-to-find meal without having to dig. This relationship is a perfect symbiosis, where everyone benefits. The warthog gets cleaned, feels more comfortable, and is less prone to skin infections. Meanwhile, the mongoose gets a full stomach, stays safe, and enjoys a bristle massage. Not all large animals have the patience and intelligence required to cooperate in this way, but the warthog does. Beneath the brilliant light of day, there are shadows that are more silent and more dangerous, hunting with absolute precision. at the edge of the short grass, where steam rises from the hot rocks and birds hop restlessly. The caracal crouches, its tufted ears erect, attentive to the slightest sound. With its golden coat, slender body, and erect ears, the caracal is a skilled predator of the arid regions. Its powerful hind legs allow it to leap over 10 feet into the air and catch birds in flight with its sharp claws. Living a solitary life at the edge of the forest and among the bushes, the caracal needs to make no sound. If the caracal is a predator of heat and dust, its relatives have chosen other battlegrounds, no less harsh. On the endless plains of Africa, under the scorching sun and the winds that sweep through the grass, the lion appears without needing to hide. It walks towards the light like a king ascending his throne. Although the lion is called the king of the jungle, not all males have the right to wear the crown. On the African plains, power is not inherited, but seized with teeth, claws, and blood. When males come of age, they leave their mother's pride and wander, forming coalitions, often between brothers, waiting for the chance to overthrow another pride. The long mane, a distinguishing feature of the male lion, is not just a symbol of beauty, but also a biological shield. Typically, males with dense, dark manes are more highly valued by females, and they also suffer fewer injuries in battles thanks to the protection it affords their neck and face from bites. It is a harsh but effective survival strategy, deeply ingrained in the species' instinct. However, a male lion's reign is short, typically lasting from 2 to 4 years. Power on the savanna is never permanent. Only instinct, strength, and blood are real. When the roaring subsides and the victor's identity is established, a new order is set, not just on the battlefield, but also at home. And that is when the role of the lionesses comes to the fore. Silent, resilient, and utterly crucial. Unlike the males who are born to fight, protect, and then depart, the lioness is the soul that binds all members of the pride. They are the skilled hunters, the mothers, the protectors. Each female gives birth to 1 to 4 cubs after about 110 days of gestation. The cubs are born in the dense bush, away from the pride for the first few weeks. They are blind, small, weak, and completely dependent on their mother. In the early stages of life, the lioness protects her cubs alone, keeping them away from enemies like hyenas, leopards, or even strange male lions. Only when the cubs are old enough to keep up with the pride does the mother bring them back. And from then on, the learning begins. Typically, lionesses hunt in groups, and their perfect coordination gives them a higher success rate than most other predators. Meanwhile, the cubs watch from a distance, mimicking their mother's behavior and sometimes playing with the prey as if it were a toy. But these games are the first step to becoming a hunter. There is no specific season for life to begin. but as the fangs lengthen, the claws sharpen, and the speed increases. The lion cubs gradually step into the harsh world their mothers know so well. Midday. The sun scorches everything. Most life seeks shelter. Except for her. Alone, exhausted, but hunger allows a hunter no rest. A warthog, the perfect target, if she can get close enough. No prize, only precious energy, burned in vain. Even for the queen of the savanna, failure is a constant companion. She is forced to begin again. And here, weakness always attracts uninvited guests. The opportunists have caught the scent from afar. Hyenas have long been dismissed as mere scavengers, but the truth is they are hunters as organized, persistent, and fearsome as lions. With their low-slung bodies, muscles concentrated in the forequarters, and the most powerful jaws in the carnivorous world. A hyena can crush a skull or devour the remains of a carcass in minutes. Hyenas do not hunt alone, but move in clans of 10 to 30 individuals, coordinating their movements perfectly, and dividing the tasks of chasing, surrounding, and killing. When hyenas pinpoint their prey, their strength and numbers are their greatest advantages. And some males have died on the battlefield or been forced to abandon their kill after hours of struggle. However, the majority does not always win. On the harsh savanna, power belongs to no one forever, but to those who constantly test the limits of their ability to survive. In this wild world, strength is not given to the mightiest, but to the one who understands the brutal rhythm of nature and knows how to dance on the edge of the abyss. There is no stronger species, no permanent loser, only an endless struggle between instinct and choice, between opportunity and peril. Under the sunset of the rainy season, the saddle-billed stork appears as still as a living statue. It has a wingspan of over 9 feet, a very impressive figure for a bird. This stork species often lives alone or in pairs to protect its territory around a water source. Each gentle step on the shallow water shows the infinite patience of the hunter. Its diet is very rich, from fish and shrimp to even snakes or young birds. Despite its striking appearance, the saddle-billed stork is a very quiet bird. They only make very soft sounds to communicate and protect their nest. This is a clever tactic to avoid drawing the attention of surrounding predators. The huge nests are built right at the water's edge for convenience in raising their young. Each clutch, the mother stork lays 1 to 3 eggs and spends a month incubating them into shape. Their presence is a vibrant highlight in the watery natural landscape. The grey heron does not need bright colors. Its strength lies in absolute precision. The black crest and shaped neck are formidable weapons for hunting. It can stand motionless for hours, waiting for the opportunity to launch a lightning-fast strike. Its high adaptability helps the grey heron survive even in temporary water bodies. The skills of this bird go far beyond mere hunting. A special claw helps it keep its feathers clean and light for movement. Grey herons prefer to build communal nests high up, creating bustling bird gardens near rivers. These sturdy nests are often reused by them over many years. Each breeding season, the mother heron will incubate 3 to 5 pale blue eggs for about 28 days. When the dry season comes, they can fly hundreds of kilometers to find new water bodies. If you have experiences in Namibia or the Miombo, please share them with us below. Among the herds of hoofed animals, the ostrich appears with its enormous two-toed feet and majestic gait. As the planet's largest bird, it cannot fly, but it can run at over 40 miles per hour. Its long legs act like natural springs, propelling it across the plains in strides of nearly 20 feet. The two-toed foot helps reduce friction when running. Standing over 8 feet tall, ostriches are like vigilant, mobile watchtowers. A specialized digestive system allows them to swallow stones, which help grind up food in their gizzards. Across the Satara sky, streaks of vibrant pink and turquoise flash by like living arrows. These are the southern carmine bee-eaters, summer migrants that bring a dazzling splash of color to the savannas. They are expert aerial hunters, specializing in catching bees and other flying insects. This bird also shares a symbiotic relationship with the giants of the plains, like the ostrich and the cory bustard, using their movements to flush insects from the grass. More than just skilled hunters, southern carmine bee-eaters are also master engineers. They live in colonies of thousands, digging deep, nesting burrows into earthen banks. When thousands of pink wings erupt from the colony at once, the savanna sky fills with the vibrant color and sound of summer. On the savannas of Satara, the secretary bird appears with a dignified, aristocratic air. This bird of prey is distinguished by the crest of black feathers rising from the back of its head. This crest is reminiscent of the quill pens that 19th century clerks used to tuck behind their ears. Though it has a wingspan as large as an eagle's, the secretary bird spends most of its time walking on the ground. Each day, it can cover nearly 20 miles in search of food. The secretary bird's most lethal weapons are its long, powerful legs. A thick layer of scales protects them from venomous bites when confronting snakes. Although an emblem on the coat of arms of South Africa, this species is now facing the threat of extinction. The loss of its open grassland habitat is the greatest threat to nature's most elegant martial artist. To protect the secretary bird is to protect the sacred balance and vigilance of the Satara plains. The world operates under a relentless law. No mercy, no exceptions. Every step could be the last. Life is paid for with loss. And death nourishes the life that follows. Africa, under a searing heat, is a kingdom with no place for the weak. Trudging slowly through this fiery crucible are Tatu and Zuka. Exiled by their own father to obey the laws of natural selection, the two brothers have just entered a nomadic existence of life and death. Without the protection of their pride, their odds of survival are now a mere 1 in 10. The only thing anchoring them to the threshold of life is this bond of blood. But a gnawing hunger has pushed them beyond all endurance. Risking everything, Tatu targets a herd of impala sheltering in the distance. However, to hunt in the full glare of the sun with such a powerful build is an act of near suicide. Under the violent sun, the most vigilant eyes of the savanna have already locked onto them. And no eyes are more discerning than those of Africa's giant sentinels. The giraffe. With eyes the size of golf balls, perfectly positioned on either side of their skulls, they possess an almost perfect panoramic view. From a height of over 16 feet, towering over the plains, not a single blade of grass can stir without their notice. The old bull does not flee. He stands firm like a steadfast watchtower, puffing out his muscular chest. Though human ears cannot detect it, the giraffe is emitting infrasonic waves, deep vibrations that travel through the thick air. A startlingly perfect early warning system. In an instant, the impala herd vanishes into a hazy cloud of dust. Tatu's ambush has failed completely before it could even begin. Standing under the harsh sun, Tatu and Zuka have learned a bitter lesson of survival. The supreme muscular strength of a lion is rendered meaningless if they cannot bypass this living radar system of the savanna. As the midday heat nears its peak, a need more primal and urgent than hunger begins to stir. Water. In Africa, water is not just the source of life. It is the boundary that defines ultimate power. Tatu and Zuka, drained by the merciless sun, are forced to a murky wallow, bubbling and reeking of ammonia. But in this arid land, no drop of water is free. The hippopotamus. Though they possess a special skin that secretes a blood-red mucus as a natural sunblock, they must remain submerged to regulate their body temperature. And as the water holes shrink, the territoriality of these tyrants of the swamp becomes brutally extreme. An enormous bull, weighing over 3 tons, suddenly surfaces from the turbid water. Its bite possesses a terrifying power, enough to snap a full-grown crocodile in half. For young lions like Tatu and Zuka, such a bite would be an irreversible death sentence. Yet, their ordeal for the day is far from over. The ground beneath them begins to tremble rhythmically, heralding the arrival of giant phantoms emerging from the red dust. A herd of African elephants. Leading them is a veteran matriarch, the holder of the wisdom and absolute authority of an entire family. Her extraordinary spatial memory is a priceless map of survival, guiding her herd to water from dozens of miles away. She flares her enormous ears in a threat display, lets out a deafening trumpet, and kicks up clouds of dust. Faced with a weight of over 4 tons and this unbreakable family bond, all resistance from the predators is futile. Tatu and Zuka must once again retreat, sullenly surrendering the quiet shade to these magnificent beings. In the bright light of day, they have come to understand a harsh truth of the savanna. Before the true giants of nature, even apex predators must learn to bow in deference. As the afternoon sun begins to dip, the oppressive heat continues to suffocate the savanna. Most creatures have settled into a state of rest, seeking scarce relief beneath the sparse acacia trees. But for Tatu and Zuka, gnawing hunger has driven them to the edge. Without the velvet cloak of darkness for cover, the magnificent coats and powerful frames of male lions suddenly become a critical weakness. However, these future kings are not armed merely with muscle and sharp teeth. They possess a superb spatial intelligence and a phenomenal ability to adapt to adversity. Instead of giving up, Tatu and Zuka decide to turn the cracked scars of the landscape into their ultimate weapon. They begin to stalk. Moving carefully against the wind, the two brothers use this invisible trench to silently close the distance. Their target, a languid herd of Cape buffalo. An incredible silent coordination unfolds. Zuka suddenly bursts forward, startling the herd and driving them in a panic toward the edge of a ravine. Instantly, Tatu makes his move. He latches onto an unlucky young buffalo that has stumbled and lost its footing. The perfect fusion of brute strength and sophisticated tactics has produced a spectacular daytime miracle.